Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is going to be kind of a array of my thoughts on current things that are going on in the beauty community on YouTube. I'm not really sure what I'm going to call this video. I guess what's currently going on in the beauty community. I just want to record more of these videos because I feel like I have so much to say about certain things that happen in the beauty community that it's like hard to keep up and constantly talk about it in certain videos. So I like to just dedicate one video to literally every single topic. The only thing that I'm not really up to speed on is the whole thing with Jackie Aina and Jeffree Star, because I really don't like either of them, so I haven't really been keeping up with that. And the reason why the Here for the Tea and Beauty spill video was taken down. So if you guys could leave that in the comment section below, that'd be great, because I'm not going to be covering those topics today, but I did write down a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about. So of course, the number one thing I want to talk about first is Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. You guys know that I covered the whole Morphe Jaclyn Hill Vault Collection scandal in the last video that I posted about the beauty community. But I wanted to first comment on her saying in the apology video that she said that she wasn't going to be using Morphe for a while when she was talking about the whole vault and talking about her current YouTube channel and the state of her YouTube channel, and saying that she wants to take a break from Morphe because so many people were giving her backlash of using Morphe constantly in her videos, and people were just getting tired of it. Now for me, it didn't really bother me recently of her use of Morphe because of all of her collaborations that she had with them. Since there was a lack of tutorials that were posted when she first did her first palette with Morphe, I understand that she was doing a lot more tutorials with something she had just currently launched. Like, that doesn't bother me because people want to see you use the product as soon as you launch it. Like, if you don't use the product, like, what's the point of, launching it if you don't, like, post tutorials about it? People are going to want to see tutorials for people that are going to buy it. Even though I'm not one of those people, like, I understand why she posted those videos. So people were getting, like, all up in arms about it. And the reason why is because people, again, are thinking that she just gets on YouTube to sell something. But since her Jaclyn Hill Vault palettes and her brushes, her Face Master brushes, which we'll get into that controversy in a minute, were released so close together, and then the reason why people think that her brushes were released so close to her eyeshadow palettes coming out is because the eyeshadow palettes got such bad reviews and there was such negative feedback about them that people were thinking that the brushes were just released and rushed because of the backlash, and they were trying to get people to focus on the brushes rather than the palettes. And I think that's kind of true, and the Here for the Tea and the tea spill video were kind of, going through the process of revealing what actually went on with the whole scandal and the whole, like, Makeup Geek and Marlena controversy, which also those emails were released in that video, and a lot of info was released in that video about her collaboration. I kind of, like, don't, I again, like, don't blame Jaclyn Hill's decision, but at the same time, they were saying that, like, contracts were being drawn up, but I don't think Jaclyn ever signed it. So people were saying that, like, contracts didn't even exist for this palette, but I feel like that would be kind of crazy if a makeup company or a big makeup company didn't have signed makeup contracts. And I just want to write down one more thing. And basically, her email said that she was working on the collaborations with Morphe and also with Becca, that she didn't have time, or the collaborations were going to be released in such a short period of time. And I think at that time she was also working on the Becca Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette, which ended up being pulled from stores. So maybe Makeup Geek didn't really want their name attached to Jaclyn Hill, because of the whole controversy with Becca, because that's what happened with her collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills, because there was also a collaboration in the works with Anastasia Beverly Hills, and then I think they ended up going with Nicole Guerrero instead of Jaclyn Hill, and now they went with Amrezy again. They've collaborated with Amrezy like 3 times, and the whole reason why Anastasia Beverly Hills did not want to collaborate with Jaclyn Hill was because of her collaboration with Morphe. They did not want their name to be attached from someone that is collaborating with Morphe. I guess they hate the brand, which isn't surprising, but I just think that's crazy that you would ruin your I mean, she still uses Anastasia Beverly Hills on camera, like ever since James Charles has been on like literally everybody's YouTube channel, which we will talk about him in a minute, because he's such a huge influence in the beauty community right now. You kind of just can't get away from him, and it drives me nuts because I don't like him. But it's kind of like where was I going with this? I am so tired that I'm like forgetting what I'm saying like as I'm saying it, so forgive me. Let's go back. Sorry, what I was saying, that the reason why she uses like Anastasia Stole Hollywood in her recent videos is because James Charles was using them and the Amrezy highlighter in literally every video, because those are like his 2 favorite highlighters, and the fact that I know that is like insane. So, the reason why people are so upset is because she posted a video recently that was like a Jeffree Star blood sugar look. It was like this pinky look, and people were so upset about the products that she used in the video because they were saying that Jeffree Star is sold at Morphe, then how come you use that? But I think that's a little bit critical because Jeffree Star is obviously his own brand. He decides to be sold at Morphe, but he's an independent brand. Morphe doesn't own him. So she was still using a different brand, and then people got annoyed that she was using her makeup brushes and the Morphe sponge in the video. And again, I think that's a little bit critical. I mean, I understand you were saying that you didn't want to push Morphe, but then she gets on Snapchat, because then she took the video down, and I don't know if it was before she took the video down or after, when she said this on her Snapchat. She said that she feels like she's walking on eggshells in the beauty community recently because she feels like she can't do anything without like super criticism. But you did say yourself that you weren't going to use Morphe, and now you're using it in a video and you're getting backlash for it. You didn't expect that. You're kind of just playing the victim, saying, I can't do anything in this beauty community without the backlash and walking on eggshells about everything. That was on you. Like, you're saying that you didn't realize that you were using that stuff in the video, and that's fine. But people can recognize your products if they're fans of you. They're going to realize that you're using Morphe still, and that's what annoyed people. So, and then she posted a video after the other video was taken down, the Jeffree Star one, and she posted a bridal makeup tutorial, and she used, on her face and her lips and everything, she used all different products, but for her eyes, she used her Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, her first one, and the Vault collection. And I made a comment on the video, and I said, you know, how come you're still using Morphe, blah, blah, blah. Like, I kept it very neutral, and there was someone that commented back to me, and they said, how come you're criticizing her about it? Why don't you just move on, and blah, blah, blah. They were saying that I would still not want to watch her content, even though you said that you will, and I was like, I'm here for this video, and I'm watching it. And I said, I really didn't care that she was using Morphe. It's just, why say you weren't going to use it and then you go ahead and use it anyway? So that's like the contradiction. But I also feel like since she like titles it bridal makeup tutorial, and it's like the most requested video that she's ever done and has been requested on her channel, that people aren't really going to notice. And if for me, again, it wasn't a huge deal. Like, if she wants to use those because those are her favorite eyeshadows to use, that's fine. But why say you're going to take a break from a brand and you're still using their products? But if you just want to do what you want, why don't you just come on Snapchat and say, I'm still using my Morphe Jaclyn Hill palettes because I know a lot of people still want to see looks with them. I will be trying to use as many different products as possible, but I still enjoy really using my collaborations on camera. That's all she had to say, but for some reason she says, "Oh, I can't do anything right in the community." And Jeffree Star gave her some backlash about it because then she said on her Snapchat that Jeffree Star is pretty much untouchable right now. He can do no wrong, blah, 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 blah. And even though I really don't like him, there has been a ton of backlash in his past. Maybe he's working on himself now, and I kind of like, he kind of grows on me every day. Like, I watch some of his videos. I'm still not subscribed to him, but I never know how to feel about him. He's kind of like the Trump of the beauty community. I've said that before. But she just doesn't have to put her foot in her mouth so much, and she doesn't have to reveal so much and say so much about I mean, I understand if she wants to be honest, but she's also like being honest and dishonest at the same time, and that was the whole controversy with her apology video. So, and I think he said something about, I don't remember exactly what he said about it, but I know he was a little bit upset. But then Jaclyn Hill quickly tweeted out saying that there's no controversy between me and Jeffree Star. We're still friends. And I think like right after that happened, because he was still appreciating that she was using his eyeshadow palette, because hello. But then she ended up putting the video back up because it was so requested to bring it back. Everybody was like, we want to see this pink look because it was something completely different that she's ever done. And I saw the video, and honestly, she slayed the look. The eyeshadow look was gorgeous. And I was like, this is what we want to see, like, and it was beautiful. That's the reason why I'm still subscribed to her, because she is so bomb at makeup, and I really wish she would post more colorful looks lately. But enough about Jaclyn Hill. That's not the reason. I don't need to keep on saying what content she should make. I just hope again that she's learning from her mistakes. There's still oh yeah, about the whole Morphe Face Master. So I recently saw that the Jaclyn Hill Morphe Face Master collection was in more controversy because the Face Master title is actually a copyright of another company that actually have a brush collection called the Face Master. I think the company's called Face Master, or maybe just the brush collection, but it's a trademarked name. And obviously, if something's trademarked or registered, a registered name in any company or any business, you can't use it because it's copyrighted and you can't use it. So they changed the name. I don't know if there's any legal action that's going to be taken against that. Please let me know if you guys know anything about that. But that's crazy that, again, there's another controversy, and the fact that people were saying about which is like older news, when they were receiving the brush collection, they were receiving empty boxes. They weren't even receiving the products. Who knows what happened with that, if the customers told customer service we didn't receive brushes, if they even sent out new ones, who knows? But she was saying in her apology video that for the palettes, even though there was so much negative feedback, that only less than 1% of the palettes were actually being returned to Morphe, and then more information was coming out that Ulta had never received new palettes when they were being revamped and destroyed and relaunched, because everyone was finding it so iffy that the palettes were redone in literally 2 months, when it takes about 6 months, up to 6 months, to redo and re-release a eyeshadow palette. And Dominique Cosmetics, Christine Dominique Cosmetics just dealt with this because she had to recall her Lemonade palette, and now she's redoing hers. I don't know when that's being released, but I definitely haven't seen an announcement video saying, oh, this is when it's being released. If you guys know, please let me know. I don't watch her, I just know about her makeup company. So that's about it with the whole Jaclyn Hill controversy. Let's move on. So now the next thing I wanted to cover was Marlena from Makeup Geek saying that YouTubers make $60,000 per sponsored video. Now, this video really created a lot of controversy and backlash in the beauty community, especially from YouTubers, because we all know, or I would assume, that the educated YouTuber in or educated subscriber subscribe to beauty channels would understand that not every single beauty YouTuber makes that much money for a sponsored video. It depends on your subscriber count. Like, the only people are probably making that much money are James Charles, Jeffree Star, NikkieTutorials, probably Jaclyn Hill, Carly Bible. They're kind of like the elite of YouTube when it comes to beauty. I would say like probably those are like the top five. No one mentions Carly Bible, but she has almost 6.5 million like over 6 million subscribers. So I'm sure she makes that much money too if she does a sponsorship, but I know she really rarely does them. If I'm leaving anybody out, let me know. But James Charles had a lot to say about it when she made that video, and a lot of people were commenting about it and were saying that this wasn't true. Jaclyn Hill also said it wasn't true. And recently, James Charles, he kind of like, I don't know how it was exactly revealed that he's one of those people that makes $60,000, but pretty much everybody figured it out, that the reason why he was so up in arms about Marlena throwing out that number was because he's the one that makes that much money, because he is literally, like I said before, the biggest YouTuber in the beauty community right now, because he grows at such a rapid rate. For some reason, he gains like 100,000 subscribers like every week, and no one else is doing that right now. Like Jeffree Star and NikkieTutorials are the two that are behind. They're going to be behind him at some point because he has like over 8 million subscribers right now. He's going to be at 10 million before the end of the year. And Nikki and Jeffree both have 10 million subscribers each. So I guess all those people are going to James Charles' channel too. I don't know why, because his videos literally get 5 to 10 million views. Like, it's insane. So Marlena had recently tweeted about a Netflix show about the beauty community, but it was more so like a documentary about Makeup Geek and basically building the company from the ground up and everything. And James Charles went on a super disrespectful rant about Marlena on Twitter. And honestly, I'm just like, how was anybody subscribed to him? Because he was so disrespectful to her, saying all these things that he could have done a documentary so much better than Marlena, that Marlena stole his idea of a docu-series and took it to Netflix. And it's just like, who do you think Netflix is actually going to pay more attention to? A 19 or 20-year-old YouTuber who's only been on YouTube for 2 years, or someone that started as a influencer, built her own makeup company, is now in Target stores, and has her own makeup company? I think they would kind of trust her a little bit more because she has a hell of a lot more experience. I'm not saying because she's a brand owner, it's just based on experience, and I think that's why they approached her about it. Like, Netflix didn't come and look at you and say, hey, you want to be on a Netflix show? Do you want to do a docuseries? Like, I'm pretty sure that Netflix would approach Marlena, not Marlena reaching out to them and be like, hey, I think a docuseries would be great. I heard that James Charles is going to do one. Let's do one too. Like, I don't believe that Marlena would ever do that, honestly. I don't think she's really thinking about James Charles in that way. And the fact that he made it so much about him, saying that she stole his idea of a docuseries, I'm like, bitch, are you for real? Because it's Netflix. Netflix is a giant. You're going to try and say, he even tweeted to Netflix saying, hey, if you want a true and honest perspective about the beauty community, call me. And I'm just like, you little shithead. Like, you're so entitled that you think that Netflix is going to pay any attention to you, because it's not going to happen. Everybody wanted TanaCon to be a Netflix series. They also wanted Shane's documentaries to be a Netflix series, which honestly, Shane's should be a Netflix series, and honestly, the Tana one should be too. But, it's Netflix. They decide what they want to do. They're not going to listen to some YouTuber who is too ignorant for his own good, saying that he knows more about the beauty community than someone else that has been doing it for such a long time. And she was responding back to him saying, And she was standing up for herself hardcore, so bravo, Marlena. Even though she hasn't been doing, like, the most, like, I'm still, like, I still really like Marlena, honestly. And she was saying, that she was basically, one of the first people and one of the big reasons why YouTubers make a commission and why brands even pay YouTubers to do sponsored videos, because Makeup Geek was, starting the whole commission program before, like, anybody else was really doing it. So you can't not, even if you don't like Marlena or Makeup Geek, you can't say that Makeup Geek did not have an influence on the way YouTubers and beauty gurus are today, because she had a huge influence. So the fact that he's saying that she doesn't know more is really degrading and really just self-centered, and it really just rubbed me the wrong way. I'm just like, even Rich Lux was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, and he's friends with Jeffree Star, and Jeffree Star is friends with James Charles, and he was like that it kind of came off, really disrespectful. And yeah, it was. And then he publicly apologized on Twitter, that he was sorry about, the way that he treated her, but he said, I'm not sorry for my beliefs and blah, 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 and I will still stand up for this beauty community and all this other shit. And I'm just like, Charles, like, I don't believe him. So if you're subscribed to him, please let me know why, because I think that he's way too self-centered for his own good. So, yeah, that's pretty much it about that. Then, Manny MUA and Laura Lee making a comeback on YouTube. So, a lot of people are kind of speculating the reason why Laura and Manny came back so close together. Maybe it was a whole publicity stunt to get them more subscribers, to say that they aren't friends anymore. They're probably still communicating behind the scenes, and they're probably still best friends. They're probably just not best friends publicly right now. But the fact that they're coming back literally around the same time is leaving a lot of bad tastes in people's mouths. And they're like, I think Manny's video was posted like 2 or 3 days ago, and Laura like posted this video. She did come back a little bit earlier than Manny, like a few days earlier. Manny only posted 1 video, and Laura's posted like 4 since she's come back. She's posted like a couple of makeup videos, and she posted this video about the homeless. And I appreciate her video about the homeless. It didn't really like upset me too much. I understand that she's supporting a cause, and that's fine. It did not bother me whatsoever. I'm kind of just indifferent about it because if she wants to make a video about that, I think that's a good thing. So good for her. But people are saying that she's kind of riding on the sympathy of people and doing that to get her YouTube channel back. It's like, these people aren't movie stars. They're YouTubers. Come back, do your makeup. I understand if you have other interests, but maybe do it like more further down the road when people are trying to warm up to you and trying to see why they're so subscribed to you. It's kind of just like shoving it down our throats, like, please believe in me again, please support my channel, blah, blah, blah. I just feel like that's kind of like how she's coming off to me. If she doesn't come off like that to you, please let me know. Because I understand and I respect what she's doing for the charity that she's working with. And she said that she was going to be working for a charity after the whole controversy happened, and that's fine. But, like, obviously she doesn't have to listen to me about what she's doing on her YouTube channel, but again, people are just saying it's just a little bit too much. It's too soon, And then Manny came out with a video, and he said he's releasing his own documentary series about where he's been, how he's been processing everything and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, I kind of feel like Manny's going to be pretty honest in that series. I'm actually pretty intrigued by it, to be honest. But I'm again thinking that he's doing this just for sympathy. He really did not take as big of a hit as Laura Lee did. Laura Lee lost over 600,000 subscribers, and Manny lost about about half of that. He lost about 300,000. So I don't know why it's so fluctuated, And she took such a big hit because Manny doesn't really have like those racist tweets in his past, like Gabriel or Nikita Dragon, and everyone's still saying that Nikita. There was actually this really good video on James's channel. This was actually the one good video that he did. Nikita went like completely unscathed by this whole situation that happened with Gabriel and Laura and Manny. So James posted a video with Gabriel and Nikita as a collab video, and they were playing like this makeup game show. And he said in the beginning, which literally was so funny, he said, the YouTuber that can get away with a situation without saying anything. And it was literally so accurate. I was like, oh my god, this was actually like the best, most accurate thing that James Charles has ever said. I was like, holy shit, like he's really being like brutal. And then he said something at the end of the video. He said, so where's your video? Or he said something about like a YouTube video. Sorry. And Nikita was like, what video? And I don't know if like anyone was going to cover this eventually, but I just thought that was super interesting that that he said that. I wanted to go back a little bit and talk about James Charles and Tati because I forgot about talking about that. So James Charles was on Tati's video on Tati's channel recently, and they were, of course, talking about the whole $60,000 number and whatever. And they were basically saying that the beauty community was in shambles, but her and him are basically sitting back and taking a back seat because they're not being affected by it. And I thought that was kind of pompous to say because there is no way that the whole beauty community is not being affected because people are being more doubtful of certain YouTubers and trying to see the honesty in certain YouTubers. And then he was again explaining like why certain YouTubers make that amount of money in certain videos, and I totally understand that. I really wasn't like totally like thrown off or like, oh my god, why are these people make so much money? Like, yeah, it's basically like the cost of like a car or like a mortgage. Like, it's insane. That's more than some people make in a year that they make in one video. It's obscene, but that's just the way it is, and it's been like that for a long time. It's not like this is new news. Just Marlena brought it to light, and that's why people were so upset about it. But okay, so my mom just got home, but there's literally only like 3 more things that I want to talk about, so hopefully I can cover them before I have to like talk to her and stuff. So, so the next thing I want to talk about was Jeffree Star. Now, I know I usually cover him in like every video, but what annoys me about him lately is that he says that he has no time for certain YouTubers, and he says he's over here just living life and not being bothered by these people. But meanwhile, he comments on every single controversy on every single YouTuber that does anything on his Twitter. And basically, you doing that is bringing light and attention to the situation. It's you're getting your followers to talk about it, and it's basically having your followers know what your opinion is about it. If you really weren't bothered by what they were doing, you wouldn't talk about it. You wouldn't say anything. So you're basically contradicting yourself, saying, I'm just over here living life, and then you go over to Twitter and talk about it. And then he says, like, after that, he says, I'm just over here living my best life, not bothered. It's just, like, I understand that, and, like, it's not, like, the worst thing to say, but it's just a little bit self-centered, basically saying, like, I'm so much better than you, I'm doing so much better than you. Like, we understand, Jeffree, that you're doing better than them, but to keep on, like, rubbing in people's faces, it's a bit annoying, and like, everyone tries to have a career on YouTube or always trying to, like, get their careers back if something happens. And I understand if he wants to have an opinion about it, but the fact that you say, I'm not even bothered by these people, I don't even think about them, and then you're posting on Twitter about them, you're contradicting yourself. So I just wanted to make a quick note about that. Then the next thing is Lime Crime making a comeback. How Nikita and Gabriel are still friends, but he's... Oh, one more thing before I talk about Lime Crime. Nikita and Gabriel still being friends, but he's not friends with Manny because of the whole thing Gabriel tweeted. Basically, I don't really understand why Gabriel and Nikita are still friends. I understand that he painted Nikita in like a really positive light when he made his whole apology video. I'm talking about Gabriel Zamora. And I was still subscribed to him at that point because I was like, that's the way you do a YouTube video. But then it kind of just, I didn't really understand why he was still friends with Nikita after that. He said that the reason why was because she helped him out tremendously when he was going through this whole situation. And I said before, the reason why I unsubscribed to him was because he put himself in this situation. I understand he apologized to Jeffree Star. I understand he's working on his comeback. I still like him. But I unsubscribed with him because he's still friends with Nikita, and I do not like Nikita whatsoever. And the fact that that James Charles is friends with Nikita, I don't really get it because he's always like being contradictive all the time about certain people and races and everything, and I just don't really get it. Why would you not be friends with Manny, expose Manny, but not really say anything about Nikita? And Laura, and you're not really friends with Laura either, I don't think. So I think Gabriel and Nikita are friends, and I think Manny and Laura are still friends. So I mean, obviously Gabriel and Nikita are still doing videos together. I just don't really understand it because why would you only blame Manny for wanting it to be mostly his PR taking care of the situation, and that's the whole reason why you didn't want to be friends with him anymore, but you're not going to be you're still going to be friends with someone that posted child abuse tweets and literally was obscene about them. So that's why I also unsubscribed from Bretman Rock. I used to really like him because I thought he was so funny. I'm actually still following him on Instagram. I'm just not subscribed to his YouTube channel because his Instagram is so funny. I hate that he's friends with Nikita. Like, literally, Nikita Dragun is his best friend, but his Instagram is so funny. But I'm not subscribed to his YouTube channel because of that. But I just wish that, like, I've never really seen, like, him say anything that bad. And I haven't really seen him in any controversy. He's just really funny. So, it's like me being subscribed to Nicole Guerrero, but not Carly Bible, and they're like best friends because I don't like Carly Bible, but I like I like Nicole Guerrero because she's really never in drama, besides the whole Anastasia thing, but that wasn't really that big of a deal. So yeah, you pick and choose who you want to be subscribed to. Okay, so then the next thing is Lime Crime making a comeback, and that's about it, and then I'm just going to talk about being a smarter consumer. So Jay Kissa, which I actually really like her channel. You should go subscribe to her. So she used to be a user of Lime Crime products, and she obviously did not support them after the whole controversy about the whole scandal with the security breach. You guys know, if you didn't know this, that Lime Crime was breached about 3 years ago, and a lot of people lost money. And, a lot of brands have made comebacks from these things that happened, like Target and Equifax and all these other huge companies. But people were just really upset about the way that Lime Crime handled the whole situation. They didn't really tell anybody until like a month or two later that it actually happened. So Jay Kissa really wanted to find out why it happened. And actually, Lime Crime is now under a new CEO. They are not under Doe Deer anymore. If you guys didn't know, Doe Deer is the CEO of Lime Crime. She just recently stepped down, and now she's only on their council, but she is not the CEO of Lime Crime anymore. So I think that might sway some customers that were originally Lime Crime customers, or maybe even draw in new customers to the brand because of a new face and a new CEO. I think that, but I'm really interested as to whether or not it swayed Jay Kissa and the other girl that was in her video, which her name is Ashley. I'm wondering if it swayed her and the other girl. I think her name is Atali or Ashley. I'm not really sure. if it swayed them to start using the brand again, because they really just were not here for it. And they said that Lime Crime really didn't treat them that well. But they went to the office of Lime Crime and they said that they treated them really nicely. And I find that it's very interesting that Jay Kissa is more interested in Lime Crime now rather than Jeffree Star, because she was a huge supporter of Jeffree Star, and Jeffree Star and Lime Crime absolutely despise each other. I find it very interesting that she's now trying to give, or possibly will give, Lime Crime a second chance. So I'm kind of very intrigued on whether or not she's going to start using the products again. So that video was really interesting. I'm not sure if she posted part 2 or not yet, but it's very, very intriguing for her to do that. And it's like really good content, the fact that she's going and confronting a company that's so controversial, and the new CEO seems to be great. So I hope that, which I still buy from Lime Crime. I haven't bought from them since like February, because again, like, they're a little bit expensive for me now. I mostly only buy from ColourPop now because they're so inexpensive and they have like so many things that I want. But yeah, I just hope that there's different things about the brand that people end up like liking the brand again, maybe. And then the last thing, again, is just being a smarter consumer. So the reason why I'm just trying to bring all these things to light is just to make you guys aware of what's going on in the beauty community. Again, none of these things have to influence why you buy something. You should only influence yourself. If you love a YouTuber and you want to buy something that they recommend, that is your choice. I am not telling you to sway your decision in any way. I'm just saying, just be aware of what's going on. That's the only reason why I make this video, is just to tell you guys to be aware of the situations, and just to really, coming from an ex-makeup addict, I'm really trying to cut down on my makeup spending. I am going to be posting a no buy, or my problem with no buy videos. I got the inspiration from Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. Her channel is awesome. Go subscribe to her. And it's basically just me talking about me being a smarter consumer now, and trying to consumer. Why do I keep on saying consumer wrong? I said consumer before that. It's just me saying that you don't need everything. Just support who you want to support. The only reason why you should unsubscribe from someone is because of your own opinion. Don't listen to anybody else's opinion, because your opinion is the one that matters the most. So yeah, that's about it. So I love you guys. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. I'm so tired. I had to get up this morning at 8 because there's a skylight company that's working on our skylight in the living room, and they came here at 8 in the morning, and then I couldn't fall back asleep, and then I had to go to class at 12:30. So yeah, that was great. So now I think I'm going to try and relax for a little bit, because I have work at 5. My manager told me I might originally have to come in at 4 because today's Columbus Day, but we still had class today. But tomorrow we don't have class, on Tuesday, because it's like a development day or something, so we don't have class, but we had class today, but I only have my communication class. So yeah, that's it. Bye guys, and let me know all your thoughts about all of these controversies in the comments below. Bye guys.